Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So Daniel Dubois predictably knocks out Bogdan Dinu, and he did so in the second round. Of course, this fight marked the return of Daniel Dubois following that devastating defeat to Joe Joyce. That was back in late 2020, and after that defeat a lot of questions were asked about Daniel Dubois, and this fight with Bogdan Dinu was the first step in redeeming himself. And yeah, he dominated this fight, he won it by a second round knockout, and ultimately he did what he needed to do. He needed to make a statement, and that he did. Bogdan Dinu lasted 4 rounds against Jarrell Miller. I think he lasted 5 or 6 rounds against Kubrat Pulev, so Dubois has outperformed those guys, which is a good look. And yeah, first round, Daniel Dubois, as he usually does, came in behind that ramrod jab, and he was landing it quite early on in this fight. Bogdan Dinu was trying to jab with him. Bogdan Dinu was landing the odd jab here and there, but nothing too crazy was getting through for Bogdan Dinu. Dinu would try and throw like an overhand right to try and catch Dubois, but what Dubois was doing well in this fight, he was boxing with a bounce in his feet a little more than he is used to doing, and you would see Dubois lead with his jab and actually step off a counter, so that right hand wasn't there for Bogdan Dinu. A good little defensive adjustment there by Daniel Dubois. And yeah, first round, he was popping the jab, snapping the head back of Dinu. Dubois opened up a couple of times, landed some good body shots, a couple of chopping overhand rights. He did look a little over-eager when he was trying to put combinations together in the first round. Sometimes Dubois was falling short with his right hand, but to me that just looked like he was over-eager to impress. But yeah, first round, clear Dubois round. Bogdan Dinu landed a couple of jabs, but that's really it. And second round, Daniel Dubois went through the gears, and he knocked out Bogdan Dinu with a chopping overhand right. Essentially, Dubois threw a combination, not too much got through, but that combination basically forced Dinu to the ropes. Dinu then threw a lazy jab to try and keep Dubois away, but that basically gave Dubois the opportunity to land the overhand right. He did so, bang on the chin, Bogdan Dinu went down, and he couldn't beat the counts. So yeah, all in all, a solid performance by Daniel Dubois, and this performance also was the first time Dubois was being trained by Shane McGuigan. I do think that's a good link-up. I rate Shane as a trainer. I think stylistically, Dubois suits Shane McGuigan's training regimen, so we'll see what happens there. So yeah, Dubois onwards and upwards for him, and like I say, all in all, a pretty good performance. In winning this fight though, Dubois actually got the WBA interim heavyweight title, so now basically you have Anthony Joshua, the real champion, the super champion, then you've got Trevor Bryan, the regular champion, then you've got Manuel Charr, the champion in recess, then you have Daniel Dubois, the WBA interim champion. So listen, the whole idea of Dubois being the interim champion, I mean, to me it makes no sense, to be honest, especially coming off a loss. I don't feel the need, of a belt being on the line in this fight, but nevertheless, Dubois is now the WBA interim champion, and, maybe guys like Trevor Bryan, Manuel Charr would be good fights for Dubois. Dubois is only 23 years old, those guys have been around, they'd be good little tests for Dubois at this stage. Why not try and go for those guys? Also, Robert Helenius, the WBA gold champion, I think that could be a good fight for Daniel Dubois in a couple of fights' time. So, yeah, despite the whole WBA interim title thing being a bit of a mess, I think when you look at the WBA ranks, there are winnable fights there for Dubois, and fights in which could actually be good learning fights for him. So, yeah, maybe this WBA situation will actually work out in his favour. If I was managing Dubois, I would say try and get a fight with Trevor Bryan next for the regular heavyweight title, then maybe fight someone like Robert Helenius, a big tall guy with power. I think that'll be a good fight for him down the line. But yeah, all in all, Daniel Dubois is back. He performed pretty well. I know Bogdan Dinu isn't the greatest fighter in the world, but when he is up for it, he can give guys some problems, as we saw in the Kubrat Pulev fight. So, listen, on the comeback trail, good stoppage win. We'll see where he goes next. Anyway, share your thoughts below. It's been your guy Delboy. Peace.